There is no quick 2-week way to lose weight. It's no workouts that are going to make you lose weight quick. They're all bullshit. What's going on, guys? I hope everyone's having a good day. So today I'm going to go over how to lose weight and fat, because summer's here, lockdown's coming to an end. It's a time of year that everyone wants to get in shape, lose a bit of belly fat. Also, I'd really appreciate it if you'd like the video and subscribe if you're not already. So in this video I'm going to break down the most effective way to lose weight and body fat. And the key to doing this is something you might have heard of. It's a calorie deficit. That's it, it's that simple. And it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, the key to losing weight is a calorie deficit. And as you're consistently in a calorie deficit, you'll gradually lose body fat.
What we should do is calories. Calories is what counts. At the end of the day, you need a calorie deficit to lose weight.
So what is a calorie deficit? A calorie deficit is eating less calories than your body burns on a daily basis. It's like if you gain weight or fat, most likely you'll be eating more calories than your body's burning on a daily basis. So to be in a calorie deficit, you need to be eating less than your maintenance calories. And your maintenance calories refer to the amount of calories that you need to maintain your current body weight. And there are 4 primary variables that influence your maintenance calories and your total daily energy expenditure. So these are your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. So your BMR is the amount of calories that your body needs to accomplish its most basic life-sustaining functions, effectively the number of calories that your body burns at rest. Then there's the thermic effect of food, which is how many calories your body burns processing the food that you eat. The thermic effect of activity, so like going to the gym, running, stuff like that. And then non-exercise activity thermogenesis, so that's kind of like daily activity like fidgeting, moving about, walking, the calories that burns. So it's impossible to calculate your exact maintenance calories. However, there are things that you can do to get a good guesstimate of what it is. So what I like to do personally is use an online maintenance calorie calculator, and make sure that you use one that accounts for exercise as well, and that will give you a rough idea of your maintenance calories. Or other ways you can kind of get a rough idea is using different formulas. I'm not sure what they are, but they're on Google. You can use those. Or the average calories for a male is 2,500 and the average calories for a female is 2,000, so you could use that as your starting point. So once you've kind of got this rough area of the calories you need to eat, the most effective way to find out what your maintenance calories are from there is to track the amount of calories you're eating and track the weight that you're either gaining or losing. So if you've got the rough idea of calories, you're tracking your weight and you're still gaining a little bit of weight, just drop them by 1 or 200. The same if you're losing a bit of weight while eating those calories, but just up your calories by 1 or 200. And basically just keep doing that and keep tracking the amount of calories that you're eating, just changing them by small increments of 1 or 200 calories. So when you stop gaining or losing weight and you're just maintaining your weight, that means that you've found your maintenance calories and you're eating the same amount of calories that your body's burning on a daily basis. So that's the most effective way to find your maintenance calories, is to track your weight and adjust your calories accordingly. And then eventually you will get to that point where you find out what your maintenance calories are, because you'll stop gaining or losing weight. So you could just do that from the start, but if you have no idea kind of what your maintenance calories would be, that's when you can use a formula to help you find a rough area or a maintenance calorie calculator online. So now you've found out what your maintenance calories are, how much of a calorie deficit do you need to be in to lose weight and fat? So as an example, let's say that my maintenance calories are 2,500. What I recommend is starting off by being just in a small calorie deficit of 200 to 400 calories, that's it, and then see what progress you make with that. And that would mean that I'd be eating 2,200 calories a day, because if my maintenance was 2,500, 300 calories less, 2,200. Simple maths. 500 calorie deficit, I'd eat 2,000 calories a day, and so on. I know that doesn't seem like much, but losing weight is a slow process. It's not something that's done like that really quickly. Also, you want to have somewhere to progress as well, so you can make some good progress in the first month. Then say if you start to plateau, then you can go into a 500 calorie deficit, so it gives you kind of room to work with, and it's a lot more healthy and sustainable to reduce your calories slowly and lose weight slowly, and you're a lot more likely to succeed in your diet and losing fat if you're in a small calorie deficit, because it's a lot easier to do. Because most people fail in diets and losing weight and fat because they drop their calories by like 1,000 and eat nothing, and then that's not sustainable. No one wants to do that, and then you're just going to end up binging and just going yo-yoing up and down, and it's not going to be effective for you. So what I'd recommend is 200 to 300 calorie deficit, see what progress you make. If you start to plateau, drop it down to a 500 calorie deficit, but I wouldn't recommend going any lower than 500 calories, because I personally think that that means you're losing weight too fast and it's not as sustainable, and it's going to be harder for you, and it's going to make you more likely to not want to do it and to quit. Obviously it all depends at your starting point as well. If you're not that fat already, just have a bit of weight that you want to lose, I'd definitely recommend starting at a 200-300 calorie deficit. If you are a bigger person that's overweight already, then you could start off at a 500 deficit. So what's a good amount of weight to lose a week. The good ballpark area is anywhere from 0.5 to 1% of your body weight to be lost a week. So if you're within that range, that's a great range to be in. And the 1% range is going to be for people that have a lot higher body fat or are already overweight. So for example, I weigh 168 pounds. So for me, losing anywhere from 0.8 to 1.6 pounds a week would be great. Because I'm already pretty lean compared to most people and I don't have that much body fat, I'd be happy losing half a pound to 1 pound a week. That'd be great for me. So it all just depends on the person. Obviously these are all hypothetical situations, but the main point I'm trying to get across is being a small calorie deficit, slowly lose weight. Losing anywhere between 0.5 to 1% of your body weight a week is great, and basically adjust your calorie deficit accordingly with how much weight you want to lose. That's it. And with regards to tracking your weight loss and making sure that you're on track, I personally think it's best to weigh yourself every day. Then at the end of the week, calculate the median number for the 7 days. Calculating the median is more effective than calculating the average for the week. You might not lose weight every week. One week you might have a bad week. You might gain a little bit of weight or not lose any weight. It is a slow, steady process. What you're looking for is kind of a gradual downward trend. And if you're losing weight gradually over the months and the scale's gradually going down, that's all you need to be looking for. But basically just look at it like this: as long as you're losing at least half pound a week, that's good. And if you stop losing weight or you're not losing as much as you want to, just drop your calories a little bit more, 100-200. It doesn't have to be much at all. And yeah, that's literally it. Easy as that. That's all I've ever done to lose weight and lose body fat. Just basically put the fork down, eat less food. That is it. So finally, some tips to help you get into that calorie deficit and stay in that calorie deficit. Firstly, the key point is your diet. The old saying goes, abs are made in the kitchen. Although in theory you can eat whatever you want and be in a calorie deficit and you'll still lose weight, that's still not the best thing to do. It's going to be very hard to maintain a calorie deficit if you're eating unhealthily, because unhealthy foods are often very calorie dense. The higher calories, they don't keep you full for long, and also they're just not healthy. I like to take an 80-20% approach, so 80% healthy food, 20% unhealthy food. And basically you want to try and stick to low calorie dense foods. So foods that are going to keep you fuller for longer, foods that are high in fibre. So this is like just keeping on, making sure you're eating lots of fruit and veg. For protein, eating lean protein sources, so like eggs, chicken, lean beef mince, turkey, white fish, salmon, things like that. And then for your carbs, just like sweet potato, rice, pasta, whatever, because carbs aren't bad, you need them for energy, just reduce your overall carb portion size. Also, fats aren't bad for you either. Obviously, like processed fats aren't good for you, so like trans fats, but unsaturated fats are good for you, so the fats that you find in fish, avocados, things like that. I personally think it's good to have a balance of fats, carbs and proteins. So basically just avoiding processed foods is really going to help. Like it's the caveman diet, basically things that come from the ground, straight from the animal, things that aren't processed are most of the time going to be good for you. Also, when you're eating a healthy balanced diet, you feel a lot better as well. So yeah, healthy diet is key. That's really going to help you stay in that calorie deficit and lose weight. So apart from diet, some other tips: cardio. You see all these things like do this workout to melt off belly fat, and it's impossible to spot reduce fat. When you lose fat, you'll lose fat from all across your body, not just one specific place. These HIIT cardio workouts aren't going to be effective if you're not in a calorie deficit. So cardio is a tool to help you get into a calorie deficit, which will help you lose weight. Adding cardio 2 to 4 times a week, either HIIT cardio, so shorter high intensity workouts, or LIST cardio, low intensity steady state cardio, so like jogging, stuff like that. Also aim for 10k steps a day. Walking's a really underrated form of cardio and burning calories. Staying hydrated, making sure you're drinking at least 1.5 litres of water a day. Also getting enough sleep. Sleep is key. I'd try and make sure you get around 7 to 9 hours sleep a day, because when you're sleeping you're not eating. Also just don't snack. A lot of people eat when they're bored and have nothing to do. Just only eat when you're hungry. Also, weight training at least 3 times a week is going to be great for you, because the more muscle mass that you have, the more calories that your body will burn at rest. And also you'll look a lot better if you have more muscle compared to fat, so it will appear like you have less fat on your body because you'll start to build more muscle proportionally to fat, and your body composition will just improve in general. It's also worth noting that you can still build muscle whilst you're in a calorie deficit, just as long as it's a small one. If you're in too big of a calorie deficit, then your body will start breaking down muscle for energy. This can be particularly effective if you're a beginner or you've had a break from working out and you've gone back to working out. As you can see from the thumbnail for the video, that's something that I've been able to do. I went in a small calorie deficit for a bit, still built muscle, got a six-pack, and now I'm taking a lean bulking approach, just in a surplus of around 300 calories, and you don't need to be in a huge surplus to be able to build the maximum amount of muscle, and it means you still get to hold on to your abs as well and they don't completely disappear. You don't put on too much excess body fat. And yeah, there's some tips that can really help you. Also, just quickly with regards to diet, I know you have like different diets, keto diet, you can do intermittent fasting as a way to try and lose weight. It doesn't really matter what diet you do, the key is being in a calorie deficit. Different diets are just ways of helping you get in that calorie deficit. So the best diet to do is one that you can sustain and one that you enjoy and that you're happy with and that fits your lifestyle. That's it. So don't get caught up in all the different marketing things of different diets. Just do the one that you want to do and that you can do. That's the most important thing. If you enjoy it, you'll stick to it. Simple as that. Also, there is no quick 2-week way to lose weight. It's no workouts that are going to make you lose weight quick. They're all bullshit. They're all just marketing things trying to take your money. All these fat burners, detox teas, bollocks, bullshit. Don't buy into it. Turn your life into a healthy lifestyle, enjoy the process, and you'll gradually lose weight. Depending on how big you are, it can take months, it can take years. It's not something that's going to happen fast. All these companies and influencers trying to prey on your insecurities because they want to take your money basically, and everyone wants a quick fix nowadays, but that's not how it works. So just trust the process. Slow progress is the best progress and the most sustainable progress. So yeah, that's it for the video. I hope that can help some of you, because that's my main goal, just to help people to get in shape and achieve their fitness goals. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.